I'm dead ass. Dead ass. Cause just cause I'm black and shopping in America, they gotta follow me every 2.5 seconds. You already asked me, honey.
No, because that man was just standing in the corner.
Right.
So I didn't go by him not one
So come on.
I did go by him one time.
So let us
Please
know.
get out of my
So
face.
let us know where we at. Right. So let us know where we at.
Can I have a little bit of personal
DSW. DSW. We on Warrensville Center Road. We just 2 customers out here shopping and they following us.
Excuse me.
Here we are. You want to tell them your name, miss?
Nope, I'm good.
Why
Thank you.
not? Why not? Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy,
Call
baby.
the police because this customer is in my face.
Call the police. That's not illegal.
I'm walking away from you.
That's not illegal.
You are now following me.
I can follow you.
Ma'am.
I'm not touching you.
You just were on my
Illegally.
shoe. Excuse me.
Illegally.
Please,
Illegally.
I am not
You've
following
been following me, invading my personal space, and now I got you on camera, baby. Now I got you on camera.
No one was invading your
Say
personal
hi.
space. You are
Say
invading
hi.
personal space.
To your family and friends, you're viral, baby. You're viral. Say hi. Wave to them. Hi. We're at DSW on Warrensville Center Road. Oh, we're at Famous Footwear. We're at Famous Footwear, not DSW, because we love DSW. We're at Famous Footwear on Warrensville Center Road in the plaza. And we got Miss Crystal Huffman, store manager. Don't play with her. It's a problem when it's black people. I'll slap you with a stack.
I went to Harvard Law School. I've got a lot of degrees and awards. I've won cases at the U.S. Supreme Court, and I've been in courtrooms representing clients, getting there early, sitting at defense counsel's table, where the judge will walk in and immediately get mad at me. The judge will look at me and say, hey, you get back out there in the hallway. I don't want any defendants sitting in my courtroom without their lawyer. And I have to stand up and say, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I am the lawyer. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Brian Stevenson. I have to try to de-escalate this situation. And I was doing that recently. I was in a courtroom in the Midwest, and the judge started laughing, but it wasn't an apologetic laugh. And it kind of angered me. And the prosecutor started laughing. They thought it was so funny. And I was sitting there getting angry. And then I thought, oh no, Brian, you can't get angry. You need to smile. You may need to laugh. And I felt that way. I thought that way because my client was not going to be able to leave that county. I was able to leave that county and never come back based on the way I was treated if I chose to do that. But my client was going to have to stay there. So when they were laughing, I smiled. And then I eventually chuckled. Client came in, we did the hearing. But I remember sitting in my car after that hearing thinking, wow, here I am, this middle-aged black man. I'm in my best suit. I actually argued the case at the Supreme Court that we were trying to implement. I've got all of these degrees and awards, and I'm still required to laugh at my own humiliation to do justice for my client. That's not right. That's not fair. And I'm getting old enough to know that when you have to constantly navigate presumptions of dangerousness and guilt because of your color, when you have to tell your children how to survive a police encounter, what to do and what not to do, how they can't do the things that their white friends can do because they're going to be burdened with this presumption, when you have to constantly navigate this world, it's exhausting. And I want something better. I want something better for everybody. And that's why the commitment to truth-telling, the commitment to building institutions that help us understand the harms of history is such a priority.
To be honest, this is the kind of energy that these people need. These people need you to do exactly the same thing that this Black American lady is doing. Because let it make sense to me that the Black woman will literally go into a shop to spend her own raw dollar, and the only thing that these people can do is to start following us around as if we do not have any money to spend. You can imagine the nonsense. You can imagine the guts. And this is why Black Americans, we keep doing this to them as well. If you're trying to intimidate, if you're trying to shame, if you're trying to make it look like a Black person literally does not deserve a certain environment, they will also make you feel uncomfortable. Honestly, Black Americans, this is what you guys should be doing. Welcome to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in at this episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And with that being said, let's go ahead, roll out the other clips, and I'll be back with commentaries. Let's go watch, guys.
One of my favorite things in the world is being racially profiled in stories. Like, I get tickle pink.
Oh, wait, because why is this so funny? Because I do the same exact thing. So, real quick, I used to work for Victoria's Secret when I was a teenager. So, one day, I walk in there. I'm at the mall. I walk in there. I'm doing some shopping. Like, I want to spend some money. And at the time that I went in there, I was working for Apple. Keep that in mind. But how I was dressed, I was just in like some chill shit. Like, I had sweatpants on and like a sweatshirt. I walk in, the lady approached me, whatever. Okay, hey, how you doing? Whatever, do you need any help? Told her no. I'm walking around trying to look for the shit that I want to pick up. She kept following me. And she asked me, I kid you not, probably about like 4 or 5 times, you need any help? You need any help? I'm good. I'm good. And it was just so annoying. Like, she kept following me, and I could tell that she was like keeping an eye on me the whole entire time. And again, I used to work for Victoria's Secret when I was a teenager. So I know, like, yeah, you ask women that come in there, like, do you want to get sized up for your bras or whatever? That was not the case at all. So she gave me one of those bags or whatever. So I just started picking up random shit, putting it in a bag. She's still following me around. So after I was done, I just sat the bag down in the front display when you walk in. I just sat the bag down and walked out. I do it every single time.
What's that? Ask the question. What do I do? I'm a security officer. I work security. That's what I do.
Can you switch it off?
Huh?
There are signs telling you.
Signs telling me what?
No phones or videos.
No phone to video. Why not?
Okay, we'll have to call the police.
You called the police and recording you asking me questions?
Yeah.
What's the crime?
It's a Heathrow bylaw, no phones or videos, yeah?
Okay, so
It's not by us, it's a Heathrow bylaw.
ask the questions. Ask the questions.
Yeah, you switch
I'm a
that
security
off.
officer in New York City.
Yeah, you're not in New York City, yeah? Can you switch it off?
For what reason, though?
I've told you that.
I gotta protect myself, though.
From what?
What's happening? How are you feeling?
I'm being profiled. Nobody else was asked any questions. Everybody. I just hopped off the plane with an individual with the same bag. Right? Why me specifically, though? Does any other reason?
I'll call them.
Yeah, call us. Call us. Search the bag. Find the drugs and the weapons and the cocaine. Find it. I hopped off the plane. As soon as I hopped off the plane, she pulled me to the side and asked me all these questions. She didn't ask any other individuals any other questions. She asked me what I do for her. I showed her my passport, my boarding pass. You see my driver's license. Any other question. Anybody else they pulled. But I understand you dog skin got the tattoos and all that shit. So this is shit we got to deal with. Search the bag. What's the crime? Search me. Search the bag. You're asking me all these questions about every single thing that I'm doing here.
That's our job.
I get it. That's what Farrakhan warned us about all this stuff. He told us about all this stuff. So this ain't my first rodeo. So she's gonna come bring an officer. Oh, he won't turn his phone off. Yeah. You can search the bag. You can search me, but I'll be under arrest because I can't turn because I won't turn my phone off.
If you listen.
No. When you plant whatever you plant and when you do whatever you do, yeah. At least I got a little bit of evidence. What do you do? What do I do for a living? I made the flight, right? What do I do for a living? Oh boy. Are you Muslim? What's your faith? Any Muslims in here? None, right? Yeah. So I figured. Got some so-called Christians. So-called. Fake Christians. Fuck out of here. You fucking devil. I searched my bag. You find a black man with tattoos. You gotta ask all these questions. Search my bag. Search my...
You were racially profiled at a store. How would I handle it? This happened to me in Target before in Edwardsville, Illinois. They were known for sounding these alarms in different sections of the store. And then all of a sudden people would come and they're acting like they're stocking shelves. I was in a rush and I hated that I stopped in there. But on my way out, this aardvark looking ass dude comes over and he asks to see my bag. And people are walking past me and I'm embarrassed, but I was already suing people at 21. So I knew to stay calm and to get him to say certain things that I could just repeat in court. So people walking past me, the manager walks up, there's a cop over there, and I'm just collecting everybody's name. So the cop walks up and he asks the dude, he's like, did you see him take anything? I think the cop knew what I was trying to do because I'm trying to get him to say I'm being detained for theft. He was on some, well, I think I saw and I have a suspicion. He wouldn't say it. The cop was like, have a good day. So the next day I sent him a draft of a press release on letterhead for my job, which was a local civic organization. So the manager calls me. She claims they fired the kid. They're going to do diversity training for their employees. This is all money. So they cut me a check. They gave me some gift cards and then they donated money to my community program. That guy was costing them money left and right. So instead of being an asset, he's now a liability. So whoever accused you, if you want to get them fired, make it a point to turn them into a liability for that company. Get their name, tell your story on social media, put their name out there. Now, in using their name, you have to make sure that you don't put yourself in a position where you get sued and you're liable for slander or something like that. Tell the truth. Send out press releases to the news outlets. If it's a slow news day, you might get a call. Use social media to your advantage. I just talked about the software programs that pick up on this kind of stuff. So they're going to hear you. And every time you need to say the person's name, message the CEO on LinkedIn, put together an email list with the CEO and as many managers that you can find, CC every news reporter in the area and drag their brand down. That makes him a liability. The whole point is to get that person fired if that's what you're trying to do.
If there was ever anything about traveling, and I think I already put it in my little get ready with me, but I don't know if I'm going to post it, but this one I know I'm going to post, is the fact Guti Mangfio the security check-in, I am usually racially profiled. And I always get nervous about it because I go who wants to be singled out for the color of their skin and the assumption that the color of my skin immediately makes me a criminal. And the last time I was here, which was a year ago, and the reason why I actually opted out of traveling for work was because they made me take off my wig. The last time they basically called the security and they escorted me to the rooms to get checked, like a whole, border security type of situation. And everybody was looking. It was embarrassing. And I've been flagged. My heart's racing because it's like, this will be my 13th reason why today where I just decided to go home. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if they do the whole thing again where I am asked to take off my wig, asked to get searched or undressed or whatever the case may be, I'm literally turning around. I'm gonna turn around and I'm not gonna go. Because why are you flagging me to the security in the front? This time around I'm not gonna cry. The first time we did that, but this time around we're not gonna do that because bad bitches don't cry, baddies don't cry. I just hate it. And it makes me very anxious. So yeah, let's go. So as expected, of course, I had my luggage swabbed. They pushed my luggage to the side. Ma'am was like, let me open it. And she was swabbing it for drugs. And of course, as I stood there, every other person was passing by and their things were not checked for drugs. The positive, at least my wig didn't come off, but I'm pissed. Like this, I think I'm calling it. I refuse to put myself through this level of like ratelwa, like for real, like some bullshit. So I'm angry. And I don't think I want to continue doing this over and over again for the sake of mereko and experience and pushing boundaries as a black girl. But we did say we're not gonna cry, regardless of how embarrassing that shit always is all the goddamn time. It is what it is. Y'all can keep pushing these goddamn boundaries as black women and black girls in these predominantly white Caucasian countries, but yo, leave me. I will work from home. But this, aunties, not anymore.
So why do you guys get racially profiled in your own land? The same reason why in South Africa, there's towns that are fully white and apartheid is still happening. The same reason why apartheid was just recently abolished in the 90s. The same reason why in certain African countries, African children are mining for minerals and gold and diamonds. The same reason why in certain African countries, the Chinese are over there hiring Africans at terrible wages to build their communities over there on African land, to build infrastructures over there. They literally physically beat some of their workers. I've seen this with my own two eyes. The same reason why the Chinese are over there creating businesses and restaurants and telling black Africans that they can't go in there, they can't patronize those places. The same reason why there's a white missionary right now on certain African soil baptizing the Africans in the villages and telling them that their Lord and Savior is a white Jesus Christ. You see how crazy that sounds? That is happening right now in countries all on the continent of Africa. The same way that y'all are able to be colonized and y'all's government officials that look just like y'all, by the way, is signing y'all over, signing the rights to y'all's land over, signing bad deals, and ultimately is going to be indebted to those colonizers. It's happening right now. So tell me, why is that happening on the continent of Africa in 2025? Why is it happening in the Caribbean? The Chinese is up in Jamaica buying up all of the land, opening up resorts. How is that able to happen right now? How is it that you all can't go into restaurants that's owned by the Chinese in certain African countries right now? Answer me that. Riddle me that. Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
You know, there's this guy that said white people will never leave black people alone. And when that guy literally said it, I saw every single reasons why he actually said that. White people will never leave black people alone, no matter how hard we black people try to avoid them. No matter how hard we are trying to mind our business. No matter how hard we are trying not to show or encroach in their spaces. White people will never leave black people alone. Even to the poorest black man, white people will never leave that poor black man alone. That is what the system has taught them. The system has taught them to always fool around black people, because if it's not fool around, how can a grown-up ask man or woman that is supposed to be taking care of her kids or probably becoming a grandma, blah, 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 trying to do something as stupid as this? You see a lot of them, whenever they see a black person working in any environment, they want to be ahead. I have literally seen a black woman that said the reason why she was able to stay on her job for as long as she can was because she have to play the victim card. She have to make sure she don't do things for white people to appreciate her in her office. She have to keep her calm. She have to not always run or urge for promotion. And it's that bad. It's that bad that black people are just trying to live their life. Black people are just trying to do their thing. Black people are just trying to survive in an environment where the system has treated them the other way. But still, these people will not let black people have their peace of mind. These people will not let us do our thing and just go our way. It's annoying, honestly. It's exhausting. And that is why if I see some black people reacting the opposite way or even reacting more Honestly, I'm so happy and I'm so excited. I love it when they're trying to shame black people are trying to shame them as well. I love it when they're trying to make joke of black people should also make joke of them as well. I love it when they're trying to intimidate black people will also intimidate them as well. Their privilege is not working. It is high time they come to that realization that that privilege they thought they have that is making them doing things ordinarily they shouldn't do is not available. Those privilege are gone. Those privilege are nowhere to be found. So how else do these people understand that right now in America, as far as I'm concerned, Black Americans are the ones that have the privilege? Because in different aspects, they come to ask for Black people's help when they are in need, when they see that every other side is blocked. That is when they will remember to say, oh, Black people, you people are the only one that can save us out of this mess. You people are the only one that understand the system of America and how America works, blah, blah, blah. While at the end of the day, these people will still turn their backs and do whatsoever they want to do once they literally do not need any Black person. So for people like that, I feel like they are very, very ungrateful. And why I'm not generalizing them is because I've seen some good white folks as well that have literally talked about this racially profiling in office and in stores, in the streets, asking, where are you from? Are you from this place? Do you live here? You don't deserve to live here. I know every other person in the neighborhood. It's crazy. Racially profiling or the spirit of competition when it comes to workplace between a Black woman and a white woman is crazy. So if Black people are trying their possible best to mind their business, to stay on their line, why can't these people learn? And it's more frustrating that it is not even coming from the new generation or children. Most of these things is coming from old folks that are supposed to be teaching ethics to their grandchildren. It's crazy. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section, and credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.